Hello everybody and welcome back to Wolf Watches. I'm Wolf, as you know obviously. So we're doing something different today. This is the pilot show, where I have a bunch of post-its with shows wrote on them. They're sealed and I pick a show. So for today's episode I chose this one, which is the Tiger King. Now I heard a lot of hype about this last year, but I didn't actually watch it, and I've seen memes, and I've seen memes. I call them memes because that's how they're spelled. I've seen those, so I know what the guy with the blonde moustache looks like. I know what the guy with the tattoos in the teeth looks like. But apart from that, I know nothing. So like and subscribe, follow me on Facebook and platforms, and please interact with me and comment below. Let me know what you thought if you've seen all this show. Also, if this reaction gets 500, I will continue to watch the rest of season 1. If there's continuing seasons afterwards and I get good viewing figures throughout the season, then we will keep it running constantly as one of the main shows on my channel. We will be doing these episodes once or twice a month, or maybe a wee bit more. Depends how much time I've got. On new shows that I haven't seen, or I've seen 1 or 2 episodes but I didn't follow the storyline. So without further ado, enough of me talking. Not sure how I feel about going into this show particularly, because it was overhyped. I think a lot of people said that, but I have no clue what to expect apart from it says zoo and there's a tigers. So see you after the show.
Where do you want to start?
At the beginning. What was the beginning? No.
But they're all half out there, man. They're crazy.
Monkey people are a little bit different.
The monkey people.
The big cat people are backstabbing pieces of shit.
Oh, okay.
To a bizarre end. Tiger King stands accused of trying to have a woman killed.
Why did they try and have her killed?
79 years.
79 years for what?
There are more captive tigers in the U.S. today than there are in the wild throughout the world.
Oh, wouldn't it surprise me?
They just feel very strongly that these are mine and nobody's going to take them from me.
But really, why would you keep them in your house?
Everybody has a story. Everybody has owned one. It's always been a bad ending.
Joe Exotic is accused of paying a person to murder Carol Baskin.
I've heard of that name before.
He's a completely insane, gay, gun-toting, drug addict fanatic.
Okay, so they have to put gay in there just to make sure that he sounds like a bad person. When I was a kid, I would have loved to have a tiger as a pet. Not your average Joe.
It all began when I was investigating a notorious reptile dealer in South Florida.
Oh, it's a cobra.
When he was leaving, he said, "Check out what I just bought." Back of this guy's van was a snow leopard.
Oh, shit.
It was 100 degrees outside.
Why would you keep it in the van if it's 100 degrees outside? World's largest big cat park. I take it that's the main guy.
Your whole audience will say, "Oh my God, that guy has a mullet."
Oh my God, that guy has a mullet.
You're a muddy, my sexy tiger.
You must have the most incredible life to live with 187 big cats.
187?
Does it feel good to stand on my stage with 500-pound tigers?
Of course it does.
Absolutely, okay? I would be the biggest liar if I said no. They're so affectionate.
Are these trying to mate?
Mm-hmm. Well, they're 2 boys.
Oh, they're 2 boys.
We have a very open relationship here. We do not discriminate here.
Lovely animals.
If that happens, we have t-shirts at the gift shop that says I got peed on by a tiger.
I got peed on by a tiger.
Joe is an entertainer.
I do that with my dog.
He was pretty much the star of his own show.
Woke up this morning with the sunshine in my...
Is he a singer as well?
It was the one place he could shine. He could control every aspect of it.
Joe had been doing these internet broadcasts either on a regular basis or periodically for probably a decade. He never had more than 80 people watching the thing live.
With a mere touch of the flame,
So
it was instant Kirkham kebab.
What's he doing?
But I've never experienced anything like Joe Exotic.
One thing you're forgetting out there, you animal rights people, and especially Carol Baskin, and that's Carol Baskin down at Big Cat Rescue. It was all part of Carol Baskin's.
Okay, so we're targeting Carol Baskin.
Man, if he ever had an enemy in his life, it was Carol Baskin.
Hi, I'm Carol Baskin, and I'm the founder and CEO of Big Cat Rescue.
Did she bash him online as much as he bashed her? Or is it just selective footage for this show?
Here's this story about this trashy little roadside zoo, and it was me.
Her whole plan is to get her following to believe that we're abusing tigers.
Doesn't look like he's running it for financial gain to me. Looks like he's just playing with the tigers and loving the tigers and other animals available.
Let me get down, so you've got just cat. So I don't read the newspaper, I don't watch news on television unless there's a cat involved. You can see how they go from being so sweet to just wanting to tear your face off, and they can do it like...
Know some people like that.
A tiger needs 400 square miles of territory in the wild.
Yours are in cages? What are you talking about?
The very first image that my parents had of me in the cradle, it was me and the cat.
You really did like cats.
I'm actually allergic to cats, so my entire house is like, you know, tile floors, no curtains, metal furniture, that sort of thing.
You're allergic to cats, but you grew up with cats and you live with cats?
Most of what I wear are cat prints.
Freddie Mercury would like that.
People remember, oh, that's the person that's going to be all over my case about why cats need to be protected.
That's not a nice attitude to have.
Honey, we got barbecue sauce, we have steak sauce, skin cream. I have sex
Why?
gel for you and her.
Sex gel.
The best
sex gel.
Tiger King underwear line. People just go crazy over them because they're all in animal print.
You don't wear underwear?
No, free ball it. I have my first two albums that I did. This is my first album, I Saw Tiger, and this is my second album, Starstruck.
I saw he was a singer as well.
I saw Tiger.
He showed me love, and I learned how big my heart was and how much to care.
John's a strong silent type, a man of few words. But what a hug. When my father found out, he made me shake his hand in front of my mom and promise not to come to his funeral.
My dick.
One night I drove my car off a bridge, broke my back, spent 5 years in braces. My neighbor was the manager of Lion Country Safari, and he brought home all the baby lions and baby monkeys and stuff at night to bottle feed. And that's where my attraction to exotic animals really started in.
Ah, okay, so we've got a backstory.
They have a heart and a soul and a mind.
Yes, they do.
The animal rights people, they keep saying, I can't have these tigers.
Why?
The animal rights activists, they want the lion's share, and they don't want to share their lion.
What do you mean?
The most notorious cub breeder petting operation is Doc Antle.
Hey. How you doing, guys?
Hi, it's Eric. Good. How are you?
Doing good. Come on in.
That makes it look so false.
So I'm Dr. Bhagavan Antle, B-H-A-G-A-V-A-N, Antle, A-N-T-L-E, Dr. Bhagavan Antle, for people to have an interactive, up-close, uncaged experience with wildlife.
Oh, is that okay for the animals?
See an animal going to chase that.
That's a cute tiger.
Into that crystal clear pool.
Look at the camera.
People become wildly stimulated at seeing that amazing stuff up close and uncaged. The people who are against people having relationships with animals, period.
What do you mean by having relationships with animals? So far it sounds like a rivalry between three different zoos.
You know, people only care about saving what affects them. So you set a baby tiger in a family's lap, and they fall in love with this baby tiger, and you have 15 minutes of their undivided attention to say, look, we got to save the rainforest because you're killing this little baby tiger, you know, where he came from. They leave with a whole different attitude.
That's a good idea.
Opening their hearts and their wallets for us to do our worldwide conservation work.
So that sounds similar for all three of them.
You can't put a price on holding a baby tiger.
That's his favorite animal.
I mean, I hit the lottery, I'll pay these people whatever they want for me to go down to the reservation every day and play with them.
We feed super quality food that anyone would be glad to eat themselves.
Super quality food. I've seen all those tigers seem to be a wee bit overweight.
Give us 5 to 7 cows a day. They die in the feedlots. The game wardens in the highway patrol call us anytime that a cow or a deer gets hit on the highway.
Animals that have been killed, they feed to them. That's a bit more friendlier than I thought. I got them all excited for dinner. Do tigers like cooked meat as well as raw meat?
Gonna bite you and it's gonna hurt. So why will I bite you? Because I'm a jerk. That's it.
And that's when the GW Exotic Animal Foundation was born. In his memory. My brother, he's an angel now.
What do we say to drugs? We say no to drugs.
Just say no.
Because drugs make your teeth fall out. And you get really ugly and you don't have any friends.
My real name is Joe Schrobb. I go by Joe Exotic because nobody ever knows how to speak right.
Joe was taking tiger cubs, stick them in a semi, and cart them to malls all throughout the Midwest.
And they would do cub petting. You can take your picture with this little baby cub.
People do that with snakes and stuff nowadays.
Carol hired me at the beginning of 2011 to basically try to track Joe and convince the malls to not allow him to exploit cubs.
We started a program and we would contact the malls and explain to them why this was bad.
And they stalk every move you make. Doesn't matter where you are in the country.
Okay, I understand why she would do that.
But Joe always found a way to make money.
So now they've got them as a zoo, it should be okay.
Is a ticket for you, and that's private playtime with a baby tiger.
Anybody who poses with an exotic cat is a problem. And that just drives more and more and more breeding of these cats who will never live.
Isn't that why people go to zoos to see animals, and all zoos do pettings, don't they?
Here I am in costume, playing Marvelous Bhagavan the Magic Man, and the cubs played themselves.
Okay, I don't agree with that, but that looks like a long, long time ago.
There are enough ignorant people out there who will then take in that tiger, and a year later, that cat's 200 or 300 pounds, and they're calling us and saying, please get this out of my house.
Well, why would you allow them to do that in the first place?
1 baboon, 3 mountain lions, and 18 tigers.
Yeah, anything outside the perimeter definitely gets taken down.
They're shooting out the twats. Oh, for fuck's sake.
48 of his animals were eventually killed, pushing Ohio lawmakers to author a new bill restricting private ownership of exotic pets.
It's a ticking time bomb. If somebody thinks they're going to walk in here and take my animals away, it's going to be a small Waco.
I can understand that.
Nobody is going to walk in here and freely shut me down and take my rights away from me as long as I am not breaking the law.
I can understand that as well.
Person, and you try and come into this facility, this is what you're going to be greeted with.
If somebody came in my house and tried to take my dog away, there would be trouble as well.
If anything went bad, we were going to shoot each other.
That's why you don't let Americans have guns.
Carol Baskin was reported by the help of PETA to the point that they've actually made me a target.
I don't really trust them either.
Cat. I'd shoot you before I shot my cat.
I sleep with an AK-47 under my mattress.
See, he does it as well.
Over the course of 8 years, I would guess we have probably taken 40 to 50 police reports from Joe. And we have had people try to get on that park.
Well, your job is to deal with it. What's the problem, Sheriff?
If you're taking photos and stuff, it'd be great if you would use the hashtag Big Cat Rescue.
See, she's doing it as well. So why don't they get somebody in that can work properly with animals and report back and make sure everything's above board and everybody's safe and all the animals are safe? I don't get that.
They were both, you know, taking advantage of exotic animals to make money.
See, he gets it.
Carol Baskin. Yep, that lady that profits over $1.5 million sucking on your heartstrings about shit on the internet that ain't even true.
Okay, so he's attacking her online. That's what's causing this.
And she made this 911 animal abuse site. Joe was one of the top contenders on it.
Carol would now and then.
It's a bit petty.
I consider that bitch to be one of the biggest terrorists in the exotic animal world.
Can't help but laugh.
All of her friends that are watching out there, before you bring me down, it is my belief that you will stop breathing.
Oh, you shouldn't say that on media.
And we're shipping her 2 of these.
Oh, shouldn't have said that.
Keeps me up at night is worrying about them hurting a family member to get to me.
Why would they do that? Why is
There, I got every animal rights person all in one row.
Would you kill an animal rights person though? 4 years later.
Jill Exotic.
An inmate at the Grady County Jail.
Why is he in jail?
You know why animals die in cages? Their soul dies.
Yes.
Before this is over with, I'm gonna shut down on everybody.
And that was my reaction to Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem and Madness from 2020. What did you think of the show? Did you binge watch it like most people did and didn't get a chance to? Let me know in the comments below. So, from what I see on episode 1, this woman, Carol Baskin, is an animal rights activist. She wasn't happy with exotic touring the animals around the country to malls to make money. A lot of people still do stuff like that here. Especially, I mentioned this, I've seen them do it in snakes, and it was terrible. They kept them in these plastic boxes, and they says they had the right to do that. So I wasn't happy, so I can understand her point of view. But now he's got like open space zoo, plenty of space for them to walk about, and she's still getting people to target him. And she's not targeting the other guy who seems to be doing the exact same thing. And her zoo tigers, she was doing similar things in cages that looked a bit smaller and a wee bit more dangerous. And I'm not taking sides here, I'm just saying what I saw on screen. I'm definitely not taking sides on anything, as it's only the first episode, so I can't judge anything. But they're definitely swaying it so that it looks like Joe Exotic's the bad guy here. I don't know. So remember, as this is the pilot episode, first episode, as this is the pilot first episode, if this gets 500 views, I will continue to watch the rest of this season. So thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again for the rest of this season. Remember and watch it, and thanks very much for your love and support, and we'll see you again soon, hopefully.